Check this out, everyone. As we were packing up, a reporter for Charlotte News pulls in, starts talking to us, and this is wild. Guess where I took Susie to go camping?
Today is Monday. We arrived on Sunday. On Saturday, they found skeletal remains where we were camping.
So they found a body, and apparently maybe today they are going to make a murder arrest, is what the guy said.
Hello everyone, it is Susan and Luke over there with the Outdoor Gear Review, and today we are out for an overland adventure.
Woohoo! Now for this trip, Susan and I have just the vaguest idea of where we are headed. We are essentially going out in the middle of nowhere. I found some forum. They were basically talking about an abandoned campground out in the middle of the forest. So we are going to try to find it. I have a vague idea where it's at. Not really sure. We're on the road now. Let's see if we can find it.
As Luke had mentioned, he found an abandoned campground for us to check out and explore. We really enjoy doing things like that and going off of the beaten path. It's been a while ago, but we took the truck out to do some camping in it, overlanding, and now for this trip we have tweaked our system a little bit. So this is an experiment as well to see how good our system will work.
What a beautiful place that we live. I tell you what, we are so very lucky. And let me tell you, it is cold, cold, cold at home. But now that we're dropping down in elevation, it's not so bad.
When we were packing up and leaving our house, there were flurries of snow in the air and it was bitterly cold. I'm happy to feel the sun on my face and enjoy the mild temps while we're out exploring today.
From what I understand, it is going to be in the 50s where we are headed. It's amazing how a couple thousand feet in elevation can make such a big difference. Cool. Let's keep on going, everybody. It's funny, right down there is where I almost stepped on a huge timber rattler. I'm sure people remember that. Whoa, holy f***. Whew. That was probably one of the most stressful moments, because that would have been a truly life-changing event for not only myself, but for our family. Could you imagine, Susie? Like the cost involved alone.
I can't imagine the cost, and I was really concerned about how someone would get to you in time because you were so far out in the woods. I'm glad you didn't get bit, and I hope the snakes are hiding for now.
See, what road is this? Okay. I think this is it. Step one. Let's see where we can get to. This is what I absolutely love about overlanding. It's like you hop in your car, your truck, and you hit the road and you just go. And to me, that is so much fun. My favorite part of being in the outdoors in general is that sense of discovery. And it's the same way when you're overlanding it. You get to drive into weird places. You can hop out of your vehicle and go do whatever you want to. To me, that is just so much fun. It really is. Some sort of trail back there. I don't think that was it, but I'll keep that on my radar. We have found it. This is so cool.
Yes, it is.
So at this location, there's a huge pond. Now so far, I've been watching this for a little bit. I have not seen any fish in it. It's very dark and murky. Wow, this is cool. There's no one here.
There's nobody here.
Okay, so we are not trespassing by being here. Why is that, Susie?
Yeah, let's make it clear that this place has been abandoned. Clearly, it is part of a national forest and it is no longer maintained, but you are free to use it. You have to hike into all of the campsites that they do have because the roads are gated. It's very cool, but I definitely get the abandoned feeling here.
So to start off, we need to decide what we are going to do. There are trails all over this area. We can pretty much hike as much as we want to.
Yes.
What does Susie feel like doing?
I would like to pack up our day bags.
Okay.
Pack up some snacks.
Yeah.
And water and head out for hiking and exploring. Then we can figure out where we will camp for the night. I'm excited to see this place. It is like a hidden gem. It's very quiet and there is nobody here.
So Susie has decided that we are to hop the fence first and hike in. So might as well get to it. I love living out in the country because there are little hidden gems like this everywhere you go.
Yeah.
All you have to do is look. Now, to be honest, I'm pretty impressed with this place already. First off, park rangers still come out here and check on it. In fact, we passed one coming in.
And really, the place is relatively clean. I'm surprised.
I am too, to be honest. This year, Susan and I, we plan to do quite a bit of overland exploring. I'm so excited about it. I really am.
I can't believe this place is out here in the middle of nowhere and it's not really being utilized. It's open in a way, but closed at the same time because you can't technically drive up to it, but you're free to come and hike in and camp. It's a shame that places like this kind of just get forgotten.
This used to be like the fee box. You'd put your $5 inside of this, self-register.
Closed for the season, but look at the date.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
This place has been closed for 10 years and hasn't been open since. There are trails literally everywhere. Who knows where they go? Where does this go?
I know.
This site looks pretty good. This one's not bad. It's got a bear hang. Bathrooms over here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. It's actually not that bad. It's usable.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So check this out. This is neat. The bees have made their nests in here and have eaten the map. That's awesome. Garbage lockers, picnic tables, fire rings. It just dawned on me that this tree has leaves on it. What is this?
I don't know.
Again, everyone, we are quite a bit lower in elevation than where we live in the mountains. So things are definitely greener. Yeah, these briars, they're budding out. Here in the east, it's been a warm winter. Not much snow.
Sure, there's been a few cold days, but nothing to write home about.
Ever so often, we have a winter like this. That's how it goes. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Okay, so we have two trails close by. We have a forest road right up here, and we have something with a gate right over here.
Unfortunately, with everything being abandoned and not maintained, we don't have any trail names, no signage. We don't know how long trails are.
Susie, check your cell phone and see if you can find a map for us. Oh, yes. That's right. No cell phone service. Out in the middle of nowhere.
On this road, we keep finding abandoned campsites. So we're thinking this is where you hike in and camp, and all the spots that we just looked at are maybe more for RVs or car camping, things like that.
It's kind of like walking through what I imagine a campground at Chernobyl to be like. Everything's just kind of left behind, frozen in time.
Right, yeah, that's the feeling you get, like being frozen in time.
Does this end here?
Like a loop.
Okay, we have some sort of trail. What does that say?
Buckeye Trail.
Why does that sound familiar? Too bad we have no idea how long it is.
We finally found a sign with a trail name written on it. So we're gonna remember that. And right now we're gonna head back, explore another forest road, but make our way back to the truck, back to our base camp. I think it is time to make some lunch, maybe coffee.
While we're exploring this place, the thought that comes to mind is that how awesome is it that we could still come out here. You could camp, you could basically do anything that you want to. And that's because this place hasn't been destroyed yet. If there was garbage everywhere, if people were coming in here tearing things up, more so than they have already, they would close this thing down in a heartbeat.
Yeah, they would.
And they could
They would.
easily. Forest roads are always so much fun, but they can be a confusing mess. Constantly, you'll find one gate open, one gate closed. You'll drive 10 miles on a tiny road and then have to drive it backwards to get out. Seriously, it can be somewhat annoying. So, they used to have a gate up here. That is no longer the case. It's laying on the ground. What do you think?
Let's come back. Let's go make lunch.
Okay. And we'll continue to explore. There's more roads up there too. I really like the looks of this one.
Yeah, I do too. For lunch, we are having some Asian ramen, and essentially it's soy sauce flavored ramen And we're going to add some protein to it by adding some ginger flavored chicken. And it's just a simple dish, but really tasty.
Now, when it comes to our Overland setup, minimal and simple is the way that we like it.
You have a limited amount of space and you can only bring so much, and we really feel that simple is key.
Simple is key.
Yeah.
It's like we have friends who have like really decked out their trucks and their vans and whatnot, and half of them, after a period of time, have torn all that stuff out and have just gone basic. I mean, it's so easy to take up your space where the next thing you know, you're sleeping right next to the top of the shell inside of your truck.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
you're having to sit inside of your vehicle like Indian style because there's no space, and that is not what we are going to do.
No.
Not at all.
So I'm excited for this trip because we've changed things from the very first time that we took the truck out.
Right.
And we have big plans to do more traveling and using the truck.
You see a lot of these channels who do like Overland specific stuff. Like they have like a $40,000 vehicle, $40,000 worth of like additions they've done to it. No, I'm not doing that.
No.
I'd rather spend money on my adventures, on my travels and whatnot, and that sort of thing. That doesn't do anything for me personally.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, of course. I'm not knocking anybody.
No, it's what you can afford. Some people live in these full time, and I can understand them wanting to get some of the really, really nice vans, and they cost like $100,000. And they go on the road and they live full time.
And they love it. And that's
they
great.
do, and that's great. And we just want to show you guys a different side of what adventuring can look like and can mean, because adventure means something different to everybody.
Mm-hmm. How do you like your coffee, Susie?
Normal.
How do I like it?
Nasty.
I want my coffee to be like the equivalent of like speed and power. I'm going to show you the face that my son was born with. What the hell is that?
I threw in an intense roast bag of coffee, so just let it float in there. Enjoy.
Am I supposed to eat it?
No, don't eat it.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Gosh, this looks weird. It looks like a hunk of meat floating in my cup.
It does look weird.
Coffee meat. Power. I taste the power in it.
Is it nasty?
Oh yeah. But it's not like foul.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Nasty, not foul. Big difference. I know the difference. I've tasted the difference.
So you like what I did?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty.
Lunchtime. Susie first.
Starving. Trying to eat noodles.
Without sticking your hair in it. Noodle time.
Do you feel like ramen is underrated?
Most people think of ramen as like college food.
Like you're poor and you just have to eat ramen noodles.
Like poor stoned college kids. Eating ramen.
Yeah, I feel like it's really underrated. It makes a great camping food because
does.
you can add so many things to it.
Oh yeah. Like if we had more time, we could have added veggies to this.
Yeah.
I mean, taking it to all sorts of levels, different sauces and flavors.
Right, and there's so many flavors of ramen. So you can do the chicken or the beef or the Asian one. You know, there's all these flavors and you can add so much to it and have it simple or more gourmet. But I feel like it's underrated.
That's really good. Check out that cool wave in the clouds there. Without a doubt, that's the murkiest pond I've ever seen. Huh. No. It ends.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
That's nothing but bank right there. Yeah, that's a no-go on this side. Let's go around and see. I mean, it definitely looks like it goes further, don't it?
Yeah, over there.
Yeah. Over there it's nothing but steep bank. So this is the inlet right here. This is what is feeding that pond. This little itty bitty stream. That is one stagnant pond.
No life in it.
The trail that goes alongside this, just an old forest road, never used, impassable in places, very, very overgrown. Do that and die. So Susie and I have come back down to this road, to this trail. We are out to explore a little bit more.
There is still another trail that we could do, but because of time, and it will be getting dark soon, I just thought, let's go back and explore this for a minute and just kind of get a feel of where it might go.
This is getting nicer by the minute.
I wish we could get our truck here.
I could theoretically get here. I may have the tools in my truck to bypass that. Now, if we get caught, we might be at Shit Creek. I'll be like, sir, was I not supposed to do that? Was that wrong, sir? Okay, so we have another trail up here. So we have a trail here and a trail over here. Which way you want to go?
This way?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, everyone, we've been walking a few miles and it is gorgeous out here. We've been able to see some good views of the mountains and the sun's out and it feels great, but right now we have about an hour of light left. So we're gonna turn around, head back to the truck. We need to decide where we're gonna park. We need to set everything up. So we still have a lot of stuff to show you guys, but yeah, I think we need to turn around now.
You know, the thing with roads like this, they could be 20, 30 miles long. Obviously, nobody's taking care of this. There's numerous trees down. Nobody's been driving out here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. So check this out. We are pretty much ready for the night. We have the truck set up for cooking and eating and whatnot. Once we get done with all that stuff, then we will break down the chairs, pull out the sleeping bags, the sleeping pads, get the heater set up. It's gonna be nice, everybody. Really, really nice. Also, once we're done cooking, most of this stuff will come out. Go back into the back of the truck. Oh, I tell you what, everyone, this is not bad at all. Whew. Kick back, relax. We could cook over here. These lights are pretty sweet too. You have white and you also have yellow, and you can run them together at the same time. In the future, we will get the wires, the cables out of the way.
I'll show you guys what we did for our bathroom. So as you can see, there's our toilet bucket. And these work really well. We have the bucket inside of a crate, and then we use the bags, and there's no smell. There's plenty of room to get back here, use the bathroom. Our windows are dark so you can't see in, and it makes a great system.
It is time. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Oh, snap.
Cheers, everybody, cheers. It is beer time. Yingling for the win. That is so good. Tonight for heat, we will run the Mr. Heater off and on whenever we need it. Now the key to using those is, of course, ventilation. They are completely safe. Look it up. If you disagree with us, that's fine. You're wrong, so.
They are indoor safe, but you still need ventilation.
It is ridiculous how warm it is right now.
It's instantly warm.
Right now it's about, what'd you say, 35, 37 degrees. Tonight, temps, mid-20s. As you all can see, our system here is very simple. But this is something that you can easily travel with. You can pack it away easily. It's going to be nondescript. People are going to see this vehicle come through and they're not going to think, oh, that's somebody who's staying in that.
Right, and what was important to us is being able to use the truck when we need a truck. You know, we can't do expensive built-in and like completely change the inside of this, because then when we need a truck, what are we going to do? We won't be able to have a truck to haul stuff. You know, haul wood and lawnmowers and chainsaws.
Right.
So it was important to have something that works when we want to go camping. And then the next day, your truck can be a truck. That was really important.
That's so huge. You know, it's like a lot of people go with the like rooftop tents, and that's not something that I'm really interested in. And that's because I've seen so many in action with our friends, and I think all but one has ended up selling it. It works for just a selected few, really. They're really expensive. Sometimes they have issues after a little bit of time. Some people really like them, and that's cool. That's not something that I'm interested in doing.
Right.
You can find those things used all the time. People buy them, use them a little bit. Like, once you put that on there, like, it's there. You don't just take that thing off.
Yeah, that's a problem. And that goes back to what I was saying. Then you can't use your vehicle for what it was intended for.
Right.
We also wanted to show you guys that you can do everything really budget friendly.
It's funny. A friend of ours, he has like this big wooden bed platform. And like underneath the bed has this drawer, which is a great idea for storage. His face is about this far away from the top of this thing. Like, he can't sit in his vehicle.
Yeah.
We are having barbecue. We are having mashed potatoes. We have beans, but the truth is, we also have dessert, so we don't want to have too much. Otherwise, we'll just be overly stuffed. We also have coleslaw to go with it. This is a classic Southern meal for like camping and whatnot. You get the barbecue, you get the potatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much you can add in. Of course, the barbecue baked beans, you can add in some corn, the coleslaw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Potato Town.
Potato Town good. I haven't had instant mashed potatoes in forever.
I haven't either, but they're decent. They're good?
You know, it's funny, like, my grandma, who is pretty much like my mom, I don't think she ever made instant mashed potatoes, ever.
Yeah.
It was like real deal potatoes every single time. Like, that's something that you would never even consider.
You want to hear something funny, though?
Yeah.
My mom was the opposite.
Oh, yeah?
We ate instant potatoes all the time.
I'm ready to get that heater going again. How about you?
Look at my toes.
The point of this video more than anything is that you can get out, you can have some amazing trips, and you can do it like on a budget. Consider sleeping in your car, sleeping in your truck. You can buy camper shells used, Craigslist and whatnot, for nothing. You hear of people buying them all the time for like $50, $100.
Anybody can do this.
And the thing is, like, you could go as crazy as you want to, or you can go as simple as you want to, and there's nothing wrong with either way. Susie and I, we are pretty much ready for bed. It's been a good evening. We've been watching crappy movies, and really just more than anything, just talking and having fun. Yeah, we had a good dinner. The whole day has been fantastic. Like, cool trails to hike. I really want to come back and go explore. That trail that we were on was amazing.
I do too.
And it branched off.
I know.
Where do they go? Good food, good friends, awesome location, super warm and comfortable. I'm not even in my sleeping bag. I'm so warm.
It has been hot in here.
I'm going to turn this off in just a minute.
Yeah, we're just going to snuggle down, get some sleep, get up early, make breakfast and coffee. Pretty much that's the reason I go to bed, so I can get to my coffee.
Yeah, me too.
But it's been excellent, and with our phones and fitness trackers that just tell how much you walk, we both have like 7 miles logged.
Yeah.
So, and I just feel like we barely explored this place.
Oh yeah, just
It's
scratched the
huge.
surface.
Yeah, it's huge. And when we wake up in the morning, we'll have a good view of the little pond.
The murkiest pond you've ever seen.
So murky.
It's the murkiest, some say. So.
That's true. But from a distance, you're like, oh, that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Then when you get up to it, you're like, oh.
So murky.
Then back away and you're like, ah.
I am tired though.
I am too.
Yep.
I think this wraps it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Sleep good, Susie.
You too. Good night. Love you.
Love you. Portable buddy, I love you. So.
Mr. Hito buddy.
I love my buddy. Oh man, feels good. Feels good. It's really cold.
See, the heat spoils you.
It does, it ruins you.
Ruins you.
Yep. If I was in a tent, I wouldn't be ruined, but I'm ruined.
The heat has ruined us. Because it's not really that cold, but when you're all warm and toasty, you just want to stay like that.
Yeah.
So, our portable buddy has pretty much ruined us.
We had good airflow last night, so condensation was not a problem. Nothing in there is really wet at all. There's a little bit of moisture on the windows. That's to be expected. The key to sleeping in the back of a truck under a camper top is ventilation. It really is. At some point in time, I'm going to come up with something. Some sort of like real easy mod that I could do with maybe like waterproof gaffer's tape and a piece of plastic where you could keep these vents, these windows open even when it's raining. Otherwise it just becomes so wet. See if I can pour it without making a mess.
Oh, you're good.
Achievement unlocked.
Cheers.
Cheers. Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Cheers, everybody.
This morning we are having oatmeal. We eat these oatmeal cups a lot. They're super easy, self-contained, which is nice. And we like oatmeal. So we're pretty much just going to eat breakfast, finish our coffee, and then it is time to leave.
Yeah, that's good.
Good job cooking breakfast.
I used only the finest ingredients.
That's amazing.
Spices, apples, oats.
Sorry I slept in while you had to forage.
Took a lot out of me.
You
so.
know how I am.
Kitty doesn't get up until she hears the sun. Hears. Maybe I should show them the kitty picture. No? I have a talent, and it's just making beautiful moments last forever.
No, what he likes to do is play on his phone and create art. How was your movie last night? Oh, that's right, you didn't watch it because you were making art. This is frozen. There you go.
It is frozen. I'm impressed that you were able to eat that much of it.
Oh, my teeth.
You don't like my art? That art put our kids through college.
I do like your art.
That is weird.
It's frozen.
I've never eaten a frozen banana before.
Just to heat it, buddy, and melt it.
Check this out, everyone. As we were packing up, a reporter for Charlotte News pulls in, starts talking to us, and this is wild. Guess where I took Susie to go camping?
Today is Monday. We arrived on Sunday. On Saturday, they found skeletal remains where we were camping.
So they found a body, and apparently, maybe today they are going to make a murder arrest, is what the guy said. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's really interesting because on Sunday, when we arrived, we saw a ranger or someone with the Forest Service and driving the roads, and they just waved and went on. While we were hiking, you could obviously tell that they had driven the roads and went through the campgrounds and stuff, and we were thinking they must just do this to check on things, and maybe they don't. Maybe they were doing it after what happened on Saturday. Maybe they were looking for anything suspicious or weird.
I will say this, the entire time that I've been here, like, it's not a bad place or anything like that, but I've almost felt like this negative cloud surrounding it. Have you felt the same way?
I felt an eeriness, but I kind of just assumed it was like that abandoned feeling.
This is a great example of the sort of adventure that I give you, babe.
It is.
Yeah. It's all about giving you more. I give you more,
I give you quite a bit too.
More adventure, more bodies.
Oh, jeez.
That was so strange, everyone. When that reporter came in, he's like, oh yeah, they found a body over by the pond. And we're like, what? And then he kind of alluded that it was in the woods, so I'm not really sure if he knew exactly where the body was found at. All that we know for sure is that the body was found around there somewhere. And if we can find some information, some articles, we will post those for you right now. Everyone, that pretty much wraps up this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. Thank you all so much for joining us, for having fun with us, for sleeping next to a pond where a body was found. You can't make this stuff up. It's so weird.
Why am I laughing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's messed up. So, got you on camera.
I had so much fun. I really enjoyed testing out our truck system, and I learned a few things. And it was really a very fun trip, and I loved exploring that area. Definitely gonna go back.
Definitely going to go back. Everyone, take care, strength and honor. Have a good one. Bye.